Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Texmex Outdoors. This week we'll be at Mathis, Texas, hunting with In-Flight Outfitters and David Green. I'm very proud of this. Look at this goat. I'm ready.
Texmex Outdoors with Jim Miller is brought to you by Matthews Bows. Catch us if you can. Fire Knock, the most advanced lighted knock. Elusive Wildlife Technologies, taking the elusive out of the wildlife. Gravedigger Broadheads, broadheads built to kill. Game Hide, Lost Camo.
Let me tell you, having the opportunity to go and hunt with David Green and the folks at In-Flight Outfitters, unbelievable number of exotics. This ranch is a huge operation, 10,000 acres, and it's first class. I mean, everything about it, the place you stay, the meals, the animals you hunt, and let me tell you, it is hunting. I hate to say this, 2 years is too dang long for me not to be back at the In-Flight Outfitters.
It's been a while, and we try to get you back sooner.
I know. There's only one person that's at fault, and it's when I look in the mirror and I say, yeah, you need to be at David's. But y'all put on such a great time here for everybody. And not only the amenities that you offer, it's the friendship. I watch you and your staff. You act like y'all, anybody walks through the door, y'all have known them forever.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, we have. You know, there are folks who are looking to come to a place and enjoy and hunt and be comfortable and have a smiling face. You know, when you get there. I mean, I think that's a big part of it. You know, the kill is the kill, like we've talked about before. But I think it all comes together to help really provide a great entertainment opportunity for any individual.
If you're looking for a place, especially in April through September, for an exotic hunt, pig hunt combination down here, I know David would be glad to host the hunt for you folks to come in, and your staff would be ready to take care of them.
That's right. Ready to facilitate, and some nice animals to choose from too.
Let me tell you, David has one heck of a number of animals here. He's got 20-some different species of exotics, and I got to tell you, your axis deer herd is some of the best I've ever seen.
Some beautiful axis. You know, you're going to find here every animal you encounter is of quality.
Right.
You know, is something worth taking the shot at, and of course, everybody's different in what they'd want to harvest.
That's right.
You know? But that's the beauty of selection.
Right.
You know, so especially when it comes to the exotics.
They've started a new program last couple years. Basically, they're known for their quail hunting, bird hunting operation, premier bird hunting operation. They have free-ranging hogs and axis deer and javelin. You're going to see really a first-class operation. We're going to go and get in the blind this afternoon. It's about 5:30, and we're going to crawl in and see what happens. You know, that first afternoon we went out, and we were late getting out for the hunt. We should have been in the blind by 4 o'clock. We got there, it was almost 6, and the animals was already moving. And like I say, this place is almost like hunting Africa. We see wildebeest out feeding and grazing on the savannah, and we went into a water hole to set up there. It's tough to decide on what you want to shoot when you have an opportunity to go and film there, or the opportunity to go and hunt with In-Flight Outfitters. Dang it, I knew it. They're already running off from the water hole. We should have been here an hour earlier. they were already on the water hole. God dang. That's always day late and $1 late, short on that time when you're getting into these blinds. That's the trouble when you got established blinds. You really got to make sure you get an hour to 2 hours early in here. Well, got into the blind here. We run off some wildebeest. Like they say, 20 different species on this ranch. And the animals are here. We just buggered everything off by getting in late. We'll make the best of it this afternoon, see what we get, and see what comes in.
Stick around. Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller will be right back.
Before experiencing it, you won't know dependability. Unless you've drawn it, you haven't felt smooth. Until you shoot it, you've yet to be this accurate. The Matthews Creed. Rethink your possibilities.
Look who's wearing Gamehide's Gridlock, the ultimate bow hunting outfit. Gridlock is made from Gamehide's revolutionary new age bonded fleece. It's wicked soft, insanely quiet, and made for bow hunting. Gridlock's got the Freedom Sleeve, lockdown zipper tangs, a safety harness slot, and more. Gridlock is part of Gamehide's exclusive Matthews collection, so it features lost camo. Wear what the pros wear. Get some Gridlock at your favorite Matthews dealer or at Gamehide.com.
Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller is brought to you by Spy Point, the world's best and most advanced trail cameras. Victory Arrows, the carbon experts. Lakewood Products, extreme cases for the sportsman. ADSCO, the deer science experts. Citadel Blinds, a fully enclosed elevated stand. This segment of Tex-Mex Outdoors is brought to you by Nature's Coffee Kettle, real coffee for the real outdoors.
And we had all kinds of animals moving around us, whitetails, and then finally we had some action. We had 2 really big Nubian ibex hybrids to come into the water hole. Man, that's really neat. It's the Spanish ibex cross. They're beautiful animals. One of them's about 34, 35, the other's probably 32, 33. Definitely shooters. We'll just have to see what they do. Those are sharp-eyed buggers. I mean, they can see an ant crawling across Sendero 1,000 yards. I mean, that's kind of eyes they got. That's what it's like here on the In-Flight Outfitters. You never know what's going to come to the water hole. It reminds me a lot of like hunting in Africa. You're sitting on the water hole, you just never know what's going to come in. That's neat stuff, neat stuff. Well, there they go. I'm telling you, I probably regret passing up that ibex. 25 yards broadside. First day, first evening in the blind. You know, if it's good enough on the last day, it's sure as heck good enough on the first day. But I let him walk. That's all right. I got 2.5 more days to hunt. Wayne was wearing me out. We had rams to come in. There was 4 and a rams and a herd come in to water. And Wayne was saying, shoot, shoot, shoot. And I was saying, no, no, no. How about this shot, Miller? How about that shot, Miller? And Wayne was going nuts. I'm telling you, he was on me. He was wearing me out. And I passed. I actually passed the opportunity of a lifetime to shoot a Nubian ibex. Yeah, it was a good afternoon, I'll tell you this. We got in late, but we're still seeing a lot of game. Seeing a lot of sheep, exotic sheep. A couple of Catalina, well, they're ibex cross. Seeing blackbuck, a lot of whitetails. Good afternoon. But everything came so late. It's the last 10 minutes of light, not good shooting light, so we let everything walk. I don't know which is brighter, the sun or this light from EW2, Lucy Barlow technology shining in my face. But one thing about it, if we don't have good footage, it ain't the cause of the lighting, it's the guy behind the camera. That being said, we're gonna call it quits and head to camp house and get something to eat and get a full night's sleep. We ain't had much sleep, had we, Wayne? So we'll be back in the morning, hard at it, working to see if we can't get a big animal on the ground. If it's good enough on the last day, it's sure as heck good enough on the first day. And that's what I did. I passed up that opportunity, only to come to find out it was a bad decision.
Stick around. Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller will be right back. This segment of Tex-Mex Outdoors is brought to you by the Houston Safari Club. Sport hunting is wildlife conservation.
What makes Spy Point trail cameras the most advanced scouting products on the market? Live 3G cell phone transmission for viewing your photos anywhere in the world. New black flash LED lights will not spook game at night. 7-zone sensors for faster trigger speeds and centered images. A removable inner unit for viewing your photos on the go or in your stand. And wireless data backup capabilities in the case of camera theft. Get the point? Get Spy Point.
Houston Safari Club, established in 1972, is a volunteer nonprofit conservation, education, and sporting rights organization based in Houston, Texas. With a large and influential membership, Houston Safari Club works diligently to preserve the sporting heritage, support wildlife conservation, and promote education both locally and throughout the world. Check out the Houston Safari Club online, or to become a member, go to houstonsafari.club.org.
Day 2. Early in the morning, we arise and a cup of coffee, and we're out, Wayne and I. And we go back to the same blind because we've had a lot of activity there. And it's just cracking daylight. I mean, magic time. We hear a gobbler off in the distance. He's gobbling at us. And then this mockingbird cranked up. And let me tell you, he was right over our blind. And he wasn't 6 feet above the blind. And he sang. He made owl calls, he made hawk calls, he made every call in the world, and then he done the ultimate. He put a big pile right through the hole of the blind, right on top of Wayne's camera. That was it. Wayne come unglued on that. However, that being said, it was an exciting morning. We've seen a lot of game, but nothing close to the water hole. We had a rain shower to come in and got everything pretty damp, so we decided to call it quits for a little while, went back to the lodge and had breakfast. So we're gonna go find the animals to see let's go do that. Let's see if we can go find something. As an old famous sheep herder said one time, let's get the flock out of here and go somewhere else. David had decided that maybe we should try a different water hole, and he moved us to another area. Let me tell you, we walked up on this water hole. You couldn't put your hand on the ground without touching some kind of track. It was just water everywhere. We looked at the setup there, and Wayne and I both agreed to do a la natural. No ground blind. We just made a makeshift blind. There was so many trails there coming in and out of that water hole. We knew wherever we set it was going to be the wrong place to set, and it was right. I mean, we had a perfect setup. We was well hid and settled in. We were sitting in our chairs and we was where we wanted to be. And after about an hour sitting there, in come 5 gemsbuck. I mean, unbelievable. And they walked through that white sage, and they was hidden. I mean, all you could see was their heads and the horns going through that white sage. They come into the water hole, but they never drank. They was about 15 yards on the backside of that water hole, and they just moved on out and walked right out of our lives, never to be seen again that day, that's for sure. And we sat there and we seen other animals far out, but nothing close up. And then all of a sudden, here come this big monster axis deer. I mean, a toad, and he was coming right to us. He is on his way. And as Murphy's Law would have it, you guessed it, we were on a game trail, and he's on the same game trail that we're sitting on. He walks right in, and at 7 yards, his eyes got about the size of a saucer, and he turned around and spun out of there. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. He was 7 yards from us, and I couldn't shoot. I had some brush between me and him. Oh man, that'd have been a chip shot right there. Whew. That was close, close. That's a close encounter that we like. That brush right there. I didn't think he'd come down that trail. He didn't alarm bark or anything. He just didn't know what we were. He knew we was in the wrong position. That's how exciting it is, folks. You know, let me tell you, when you sit in a chair for 5, 6 hours and not move except your head, you know what gets wore out. That's that backside sitting there. Wayne had the best chair in the house. It squeaked every time he moved. And okay. Wayne stands up, just stands up, and he locks up at the same time. He said, "Pigs, pigs." And right behind us, there was a small corn feeder back there, and these hogs are in there feeding. He said, "Come on, get up, let's go get them." Well, let me tell y'all something. You know, I don't get up as quick as I used to, but I can tell you, he got me up quick then. We start our stalk on these pigs. We don't have a lot of cover. We got, they're maybe 70 yards from us at this point, and we got a big bull mesquite that's maybe 40 yards from them that we got to get to. Is that 40 yards? Wayne's over the shoulder. I come to full draw and lean out. And they're gone. That's a tough day. That's a tough day.
Now they're this close.
When you said shoot, I had 2 ladder steps between me and her. Why is it you always pick out something in a restriction when I get ready to shoot?
You're the hunter, not me.
You know, I gotta start remembering that. I'm gonna shoot when I'm ready, not when you tell me to.
Stick around. Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller will be right back.
Texmex Adventures is a one-stop shop for placing you with the right outfitter to get you on the trophy animal of your dreams. If you are looking to hunt Texas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado, New Mexico, and other West and Midwest states, Texmex Adventures can set you up on a hunt for the right price and the right outfitter you can afford. Stop trying to rely on outfitters that don't come through. Texmex Adventures wants you to have the best experience ever. Call 830-370-5110.
Gravedigger's Never Fail design is built with no O-rings, rubber bands, or clips. Built for accuracy. Built for penetration. Gravedigger broadhead. Built to kill.
We're back with more of Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller.
You know, I had coerced David into going with us. David is general manager of In-Flight Outfitters, and he's one of the hardest working men I've ever seen. And I said, David, you know, we'd really like for you to hunt with us. This was our last day. This is it. I mean, this was the last day and I'd passed up way too many opportunities. So David agreed to travel with us, and of course he knows that ranch like the back of his hand. So we started driving and looking, and we seen all kinds of game, but we was trying to find these rams that we'd seen on the first day. It seemed like we just couldn't find. I mean, we found everything except those rams. And then all of a sudden we drive around the corner, and you know how it is, karma. This is when the dirt meets the pavement, and you got to get out, and you got to get serious. You got to get nasty. Get downwind from this animal and get on it. When you said don't shoot, I was right on him, and then all of a sudden I lost him. Give me some of that. Wayne, that's close and personal. We got up on this animal. This ram was moving on us constantly, going from one spot to the next, and we was boogieing up on him and then stop, boogie up and stop, and it was like, oh, it's up and down, and all of a sudden he started coming out of this white sage here, and he was coming out like I come to full draw. And as he walked out of the sendero, I went, and he just locked up. And I'm right on the shoulder, and all of a sudden, and I'm waiting for Wayne to give me the go. And he said shoot, and I jerked it and pulled it. I pulled the shot. I shot to the left of him, and I hit him a little further back than I like.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
What a ram.
What a ram. Thank you so
That
much
was
for
a
putting
heavy
it.
ram. Yeah.
Let's go see what we can find on.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna let him sit for a little bit.
Okay.
Just to make sure. I don't want to.
It's a dragon, isn't it? Oh, look, you got blood.
Look here. Here's blood where I hit him. Yeah, there's blood here.
Yeah.
There's blood here. There's blood there.
Yeah, we got blood.
Blood here. He skipped across. Where the ground's kicking up, and look at this blood here. Yeah. Now he's throwing out pretty good blood here, and it's drying.
Look at that. Ram.
No kidding.
That's a ram.
Look at that. Man, you got eyes like a hawk, man. Just laying there. Wow, check this out.
No doubt. That's a great ram right there. It's beautiful.
I'm telling you, I am tickled to death. Thank you, David.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thanks to In-Flight Outfitters for putting me on a heck of a ram. David and I and Wayne, we worked our butts off to get on this animal. I mean,
This was not easy.
no, it was not.
It was not easy. He actually has doubled back right to where we started from, but this is where he hangs most of the time. This is his water. This is his bedding.
In-Flight Outfitters offers a lot of different varieties of animals, 21, 22 species.
Up to 22 right now.
22
and
species.
growing, that's right.
What better place to vacation than In-Flight?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Got the swimming pool up at the lodge, cool off in the afternoon. That's exactly right. Get your hunts in the morning and evening.
Yeah. If you're looking to book a hunt with In-Flight Outfitters, all the information is available. I know David will be glad to visit with you and book a hunt for you. And I know you'll have a great time coming to Mathis, Texas with In-Flight Outfitters.
You're watching Tex-Mex Outdoors on the Hunt Channel.
This 10,000-acre Texas ranch, rich in heritage and tradition, boasts a thriving population of native game, including trophy whitetail deer. In-Flight Outfitters offers world-class South Texas hunting opportunities for both native and exotic game species. Our world-class amenities include occupancy for 42 overnight guests, deluxe rooms, private suites, indoor and outdoor gathering and social areas, heated spa, swimming pool, and gourmet meals. If you would like to book your hunt or engagement with In-Flight Outfitters, go to inflightoutfitters.com.
For more information, check out Tex-Mex Outdoors with Jim Miller at texmexoutdoors.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'm asking you, if you do not belong to a hunting organization, please pick up the phone and give the folks over at Houston Safari Club a call. I know they'll be glad to visit with you. They work very hard for your hunting rights. From all of us here at Texmex Outdoors, buena cacería, good hunting.
Texmex Outdoors recognizes these fine sponsors.
Yes, they can.
I tell you, I'm very proud of this. Go look at this goat. I'm ready. And